Good afternoon and welcome to 365 Days of Amazing Stories with Theo Mayer. Here we are. And what day is it? I believe it's day 58. I'm continuing the story of King of the Wind. Now you might remember that Agba had spent the night in the mayor's chamber, in the mayor's birthing stall, and he'd fallen asleep. And when he woke up, after the candle had burned itself out, and when it was just beginning to get light, he awakened and could not believe his eyes. He thought it must be a dream. This beautiful little horse laying on the ground before him, its mother licking off the colt's fur. He was surprised how small it was. He was like, I could pick it up, he thought to himself. It's no bigger than a goat. And it had these wiry but silky little whiskers coming out of its nose. Agba watched as it finally got itself up onto its legs and began to make its way over to its mother to begin nursing. He was already in love with this little horse. And if you've ever been around the little horse, the little newly born horse, you can't help but just be filled with wonder. Well, the little horse began to nurse, and Agba, at this moment in time, the sun came in through that window that he'd opened the night before, and it beamed in on the little colt's fur, which was this beautiful color, this kind of reddish brown color. And as he's looking at this, the door opens and Senor Achmet comes in. Now Agba is just completely ready to get punished because he had not gone and seen Senor Achmet when he was supposed to. So he was worried, but Senor Achmet immediately, his eyes and attention went on to the little colt. And he's looking at it, and his eyes narrow. The sun is shining on this little colt. And already Agba, when that sun shone on the colt's fur, had given that horse a name. In fact, he wondered if it was a real horse because it was so beautiful in the sun. But he named the horse Sham, and Sham meant sun. Senor Achmet looks, and out from his mouth comes 3 words, which were like stabs, each one of them, into Agba. The wheat ear, he said. From the center of the horse's chest was this cross pattern of hairs, which is a very, very evil omen. But you must remember that Agba had noticed on one of the hind feet a little white patch about the size of an almond. He was super worried because as Senor Achmet sees this, he says this is an evil omen. I should have known by the hooting of the yellow-eyed owl. I should have known last night by the crane and the way it was behaving. It was an omen. And he began to unsheath his saber. Now, Senor Achmet has not seen the white spot yet. He's unsheathing his saber because he does not want to bring evil to the royal stable. Agba places himself between the horse and Senor Achmet. And we'll stop the story there.